Hello, welcome back to Return to Michigan. I'm your host, HeadX, and we're just making sure that all the mods that I have on are actually on, because sometimes it takes it a minute. We're going to work on the next task, which I believe this one is medium logs and long logs getting hauled somewhere. Yesterday I got the vehicles that I was not currently using all back to the garage so that I don't have 4 million trucks out and about. But we now need to come here to pick up our medium logs. And our long logs come from over here. Everything's getting dropped off just north of the garage. So nothing's too far away. All fairly easy. And I even have a log carrier rear over here. So we're going to grab the long logs first. Need 2 of those and only 1 medium log. So let's jump to the garage and outfit a truck. And then I'm going to let Sam outside because he suddenly decided Dad's playing his game. I need to make sure he lets me in and out as often as I possibly can. So, one moment. All right, that didn't take long. Neighbor's mowing the grass across the street. He's got his little boy riding with him on the mower. Kind of cool. All right, let's see now. What truck? You know what? Let's outfit the White Western Star. Get rid of the highways. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to sell those, not install those. Hey, Steve, watching it on mute till darts finish? That's fine, that's fine. Log carrier, front. Get some free money for some external horns because we don't need those. They're just there for looks. All right. Well, let's head up to the logging station, which come out across the water and hang a left. We're not going that far, so I think the White Russian Star will do a fine job. I could use one of the mod trailers. We put them in a tractor trailer combination. But I've already got a log carrier rear over there, so I may as well use it. Again, not that far up the creek. You see, we're here already. Long log. Go, please. One of the nice things about the White Russian Star is even with its race suspension, it doesn't sit up super high, so it still tends to maintain that lower center of gravity. Now, a load of long logs kind of kills that. We can get beyond that by careful driving. We all know careful is the name of the game, and what I do best. Careful. Yeah, careful. Somebody want to describe what that means to me again? See, Sam's already over there beating at the door. Oh, let me back in now, Dad. For the different tasks on here, this is probably about as easy of a task as we're going to find. got to drive over top of them jagged rocks. All right, there's one load. Yeah, I better let him in before he dents the door. One moment. All right. Let's get this other set of long legs. Oh yeah, see now he's gonna run back over and look at the door. No sir, we're not playing that one. You can either be inside or you can be outside. Jumps up in the chair behind me. Yeah, I'm cute. I can do what I want, right? My work mom says I can do whatever I want. Well, your work mom's on crack. Not exactly where I was playing there, so see how well this one works out. Might be a little bit smoother. Yeah. Now I'm about to get a little roasted. My original route is definitely the better route. Too many of those little guys. He would sit over by the door on top of his ball and look at me with sad eyes. Never mind, we played fetch for like 20 minutes before I started the stream. His version of tug fetch. He's got one player that's got a rope that runs through it and around it, so he can play tug of war with it and fetch. His two favorite games ever. He's gonna lay over there and look at me like, you never played with me. again, it's probably the easiest of all the tasks, even though it's logging. A little bit easier slope. Wow. Got her buried. The trailer to drag. There we go. Just needed to creep forward enough to get hold of that. Mud is pretty deep. Back with you again. All right. Glad to have you back, Steve. Much shifting going. No, I ain't moving fast enough for hydrogen. Looks too easy for this map. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, 2 loads of long logs that picked up right next to the garage, pretty much. They drop off right next to the garage. one load of medium log. That corner's not too bad. He's got a little too close to the tree. Park him back down at the garage, and then we'll grab something up to go get the mediums. I would use this to get the mediums, except I don't think it's got the power in it to get up that hill once it's loaded. I'm not even sure it's got the power to get up the hill empty. See, that's a steep hill. Maybe a workhorse, because you need the little extra hitching or giddy up. Maybe a little more giddy up in her hitch. That's what I'm thinking. The cat's done pretty well getting up and down the hill, so that just may be what I use. You know, I like to mix it up a bit, but the old cat's done a good job getting them so far. We may as well continue to use that for our medium logs. Now, you'd think as many times as I've been over there that I would have this down by now, but I don't. So I'm not even going to pretend I do. That turn. Through there. And it's just too easy. There's too many different routes that run parallel to each other. It's too easy to grab the wrong turn. Cat, turn that corner. The only bad thing about the cat, no snorkel. spending all my getting other vehicles back to the garage yesterday. They still did not bring the tiki mower back so I could outfit it with the appropriate winch. Up there. Behave yourself. You know, going back, all of the little rock formations are pretty good. They're all heading downhill, so there's little big steps that are going to cause a problem. These ones that I got to kind of go around. May be able to take a different route to the sawmill on the way back. We'll investigate that after I've loaded. A couple of trees. I can get in here without that fence thinking I'm running it over when I'm nowhere near. Michigan really this hilly? Parts of the Upper Peninsula are. Oh look, it's just a straight shot. It's right there. I'll just head right for the marker, right? dude. Oh, well, that's simple. Yeah, I could go over that way and not take the fence out, but yeah, we can take the fence out. That could have came through that side. Pretty sure that has no fuel left in it. Not as much fun though. Hey, Mike. East PA now, huh? What, are you heading back towards West Virginia? Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, working on the Oregon map, just gutted an entire mountain next new property. Trucker in real life, that explains it. I drove commercial for about 2 years when I came back from Iraq. But I drove truck in the military. In fact, they call it the Dairy Longhorn in here. It's the M1070 Super Hat. I drove that in real life. That's where my name comes from. There's one mod maker that did the M1000 trailer for it, but he can't get the steering right now. Because in real life, the truck has a wedge block, so that as the tractor turns, that causes the trailer to turn. But on the game, whatever direction you turn your steering wheel, that's what direction the trailer tires are going. So it's making it harder to actually maneuver the truck trailer properly. So when you get the tractor around the corner and you straighten your tractor out, all of a sudden the trailer is trying to straighten out and it's not around the corner yet. Thanks for your service. My dad was from National Guard, New York, during Vietnam. Well, you're very welcome, and I honor your dad's sacrifices and work too. Alright, now before I decide on a specific route back, I was in the Army and Royal UK Engineers, 1972 to 78. Wow, good job, Steve. I mean that engineers, my unit that I deployed with was a National Guard unit, and That used to be a bridge building engineer company prior to me getting there, and then they switched over to medium duty trucking. And then, of course, I deployed with a heavy equipment trucking company. Yeah, I think I'm just going to come back the way I came. Looks to me like the easiest way to do it. 1972. I was born in December or November of 71. Have to grab a wing. Just a little too steep at the top. April of 1956. Young whippersnapper you are. Dad did his National Guard training at Fort Lost in the Woods, Missouri. Also helped out with the blizzard of 77 around Buffalo. Nice. In the Air Force for 5 months and 4 days in 2001. Sounds like basic and AIT. Thank you for your service. Short service is still service. They say it is less than 1% of 1% of people who are willing to serve. Not quite as old as Andrew from Australia we played today. He's been retired 25 years. Woo. I'll probably end up working till the day I die. Retirement must be nice. Getting a little weak. I wanted to get involved in electronics support, IT support. Didn't want to be away from home. Now I'm away from home. Funny how that worked out, isn't it? Life happens when you least expect it. This is true. We all have those plans that we have for ourselves, and sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. And sometimes they feel like a nut, and sometimes you are one. Well, let's get the morning back. You slow your roll, buddy. Getting all excited on me. Knock on the chin. Have to kill this tree. There was a console available when I bought my laptop for Snowrunner. I would have bought the console and never been involved in matchmaking. Yeah, see, so it worked out good then. The U.S. government immigration system were more lenient, I'd be an American citizen today. Hey, how you doing, Adrian? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're all well today. Yeah, doing good. I can't complain. I think Steve's doing a little bit better today than he was yesterday. Makes pizza stayed where it belongs, so it's all good. Well, that's a good thing. Hate when the pizza comes back. Alright, see if I got enough fuel to get all the way back to the garage area, and then I can pull out a fuel truck. Gonna be tight, yep. At 5 gallons a minute, 14 gallons left. This cover, watching the blue hauling height. At least on switching the semi truck. Oh, it's all right. Other than that, plenty of fuel to get here. We're pulling the fuel truck out and top off. Again, easiest mission yet. Somebody was slipping when they came up with this one. Oh, who do I want to outfit with some fuel? This guy's not going very far. We'll put a fuel tank on him. If anyone who's new, I made this map and making Oregon map in the background. Deep house progressive trance stuff. Wow. Refuel. Fill the fuel tank. Use a 745 seat. Pump this thing up over here out of the way. That'll make it sleep. Alright. Time to get these medium logs delivered. Past the tree that. Not when you're well rested. Don't drop them off the comfort break. Let's say anyone that doesn't know I made this map. .95% of all genres of music, so I switch it up all the time. Yeah, I like a wide variety of music too. I just think everybody's got some kind of talent and something to offer. There's very little that I don't enjoy. All right, Lumber Mill 1. Easy enough for you, hopefully. 1,378 XP, $11,298 cash. We'll accept that. Oh, look. Oh, medium logs times 2. A couple of trips through there. And that, I believe, drops off. Where am I at? Turn the map around. Right up here. That one. Yeah. Yes, there's a faster way. No, well, a more direct way. No, I'm not going to take it. Because the more direct way is this hill. And we all know what's happened to me on this hill almost every time I've taken it. So, no. Nice try, Michael. Not going to happen. I'm taking the long way. I will park my fuel truck somewhere a little more convenient. Well, I probably can't get my fuel truck anywhere more convenient because I put it on a base truck. But I will move it somewhere more convenient. And we are going to do that with this thing. Taking pretty much the same route that we been driving. Just 2 more times. Actually, I might use a mod trailer and do both sets of medium logs at once. I just have to pick the appropriate vehicle to be able to get up that hill. Might have to go slightly OP using my recovery vehicle. V2 recovery vehicle. Drugstore. This guy. Customize. Gotta make sure I've got them all done up. Looks good there. Yeah, which is probably good. Okay. Saddle low. There's no fast or direct way in any of this map. Actually, adding a couple of paved roads, some tall bridges to get around the Oregon map. Well, that'll be nice. We're going to go with the saddle sport because that gives me extra repair parts, extra fuel, extra tires. I already have the roof racks and the antenna. All right. Now let's find the trailer. Two medium logs. Plenty of clearance, Clarence. conductor here is starting to get a little squishy. Oh, your hat is a beta tester? Well, I could do it, but it'd all have to be console ready. Start now. I got a little bit to go before I can do this on PC. Dozens of maps to catch up on. Beat them in creation over gameplay time. Probably. Half an hour of recreating a mission could add 6 hours to a game. Yeah, that's a considerable amount of excess time difference. So are some of the map viewers that remember to took a while. Hooked on, but it was not for giving it up. I remember getting the truck out from a compound, took 2 days. It was verified all the cargo is there, usually abandon the map and get to something new. What makes this take the longest time. You have to place them by mouse. Ah, see? The fence fell over. I wasn't anywhere near it. Can't blame me for it. Said I gutted a portion of the map I'm working on earlier. I now have 50 floating rocks I have to move from one part of the map to another, up and down along the cliff. Looking at some of the comments from your map, if you mention missing cargo, you need to fix. Cargo, smargo. I gotta say, so far I haven't come across any missing cargo. Eventually fix them, but that's why I ask people to play your map and message you back. Only one touch to get your feedback from. Yeah, when you don't get too many people message you back and forth, it's kind of hard to actually get that information you need. The geniuses at my shop trying to get them to communicate and tell them. They'd have a lot less people mad at them if they would communicate with you. You see something wrong? Mention it. You're usually drinking when you're up making, but when you test you're sober, it has to fix for the next 6 months. Eating logs. I'm stupid. Alright, now we're going to find out if this is the right choice of vehicle for getting up there. My grandson started a game creation course in college last September. He's really enjoying it. Well, that's cool. It's kind of one of the ideas my daughter had played around with, what she wanted to do. Well, she is landed herself working in the parts department for Mazda dealership here in town, and she's really enjoying it. Come on, turn, please. Son's sucker off on Monday, back on a Friday, living in a cab all week. Joys. I mean, there's days where I miss it, being over the road and stuff, but then there's a lot of days where I'm like, it's nice to just be home and sit at the end of the day. Not have to be out on the road all week. I was typically out because I was doing it while I was in the National Guard. After I came back from deployment, my boss at the engine shop couldn't bring me back right away. So I just went and drove a truck for a couple of years. And I was usually out all month long until I had to do my weekend drill. Full-size map without any watchtowers takes you at least 2 hours to fully explore. That's also how I like to do it. Yeah, I find the no watchtowers thing kind of interesting, but it makes you actually drive the whole map to see what's there. Lost me a tire. Which tire did I use? That tire ain't nothing. I got 7 more. I can change it later if I need. Just because that fence fell over on me, we're going to take care of it. There, now it's all gone. Fall apart just because I drive by. Yeah, the earth rovers make exploration a little easier. Yeah, their radar unit is definitely a nice feature. I just go straight through the water on this thing. Radar unit's been available since my first map. Can't actually use them somehow. Whatever mod is downloaded renders all radar units inoperable. Huh. Almost feels cheat mode. Which now dictates on how I make money. Maybe get an extension on your telco bill, cutting deductions, always happen at the wrong time. Don't they always? Nothing ever links up the way it's supposed to. No one gives refunds. Always have to pay. Read chat driving off the road. This might not be good. Another fine mess you've got us into, Ollie. Guess we're just gonna try going straight forward then. Gotta get the trailer back off the tree. Came in today after your PC kicked you out of MJ Street, ordered a new PC. Well, at least with the new PC, you know, you'll be ready for roadcraft. Pretty sure this is not bringing me to where I wanted to turn, but well, kinda. It's just a long way around. I can kind of cut all the way through this way. Gotta get the time of day back. Not gonna go down. Back up to the road. Prices any higher for any tariffs? Got a guy at work that was talking about he's got a friend that owns one of the steel companies around here that buys only U.S. steel. And the guy decided to raise his prices because the price on the Chinese steel went up. And none of his prices went up, you know, his costs didn't go up. But he's charging customers more money because of the tariffs on the Chinese steel. Lose 50, 80. Cheaper than older 4080. This load is effed. What makes you say that? Let's get rid of those. Rotate the map back to correct orientation. That is all the way up there, which means up this hill. Okay. Cross here. Okay, down here. All right. Passengers drove by. Did a count yesterday of what tasks I had left to do. How many of them were activated? That one we just drove by was the only one I hadn't activated. Couldn't understand how I missed it, considering how many times I drive by it. Especially the first few days that I was on this map. Take a peek. I might not want to go up over the top. Might want to follow this around down below. Yeah, I think we're going to come this way. Ah, you stupid thing. Added one instead of moving. There we go. Making the turn. Oh my God, kidding. Packed with one load. I'm going to lose all coming out anyhow. Yeah, bugger. All right, no laughing. The worst thing about that is I don't know if it's going to give me all my logs back or not. Sometimes with the double trailers, you lose them. Okay, let's go back to the garage, get something with a crane on it. Maybe they'll all be there. Can I put a logging crane on here? Doesn't need anything other than a logging crane. Some of your later maps make some missions level specific. So you need to upgrade a couple of times in order to activate them. VTech, hello. How are you? No, no logging crane for this guy. What about you? Do you have a logging crane? No. Log loader, front facing. Huh. Or the regular one. I mean, can't sleep. Yes, I play on console VTech. Was that you or the truck's fault? Well, let's go with yeah. I'm not gonna say it was all me, and I'm not gonna say it was all the truck. Combination of the two. So you have mic on console. Yeah, it's through the PlayStation controller has it built into it, or if you plug in a headset, you can use a mic on a headset, and you can get a USB mic for it. Can't hear very good. I could try. I can't really do a whole lot right now, but in the middle of the stream. But I could try adjusting the mic settings for the next time around. I know I had turned it down, the sensitivity down a little bit before, because somebody else was saying they thought I was too loud. Don't know if it might just be you. Fine for you, Steve? You have a headset? Ow! Even when you go slow, it still gets you. There's that jagged, sharp edge sticking out. Not heard Sam today. He's over there sleeping right now. $1:30 a.m. here. Wow. Shouldn't you be sleeping? It's only 7:30 p.m. over here. Double lot 30 in the UK. Again, here's hoping that all of my logs are here and that some of them didn't disappear. Really? Stop spinning me around. Just head me up. Looks like they're all here. I just gotta get them up the hill. One log in. I don't know, I want to count the total of 4. I think we'd be missing 2. And then I gotta pack the truck up some too. Back into the truck just wants to be on the tree. I am only counting 4. That is not good. missing logs, that means I got to go all the way back. Ah, stupid cliff face. There we go. That's a good camera angle. Oh, really? It hit my truck and caused me damage. That's just cruel and unusual punishment. Come up a little higher. Move them all again. It's just really unfortunate. I mean, I may as well only grab 3 of them because there's no point in moving that 4th one. Without the other 2 to go with it. It's just an exercise in futility. Of course, I'm just too far forward to reach it. There we go. Come on. top of it. Gonna be able to reach that. Oh. Okay. Come on. Don't extend. Go to the right. Right because I'm not really sorry. There we go. I gotta back up a little bit here so that I can. Hopefully that's enough. Of course not. Just this good. Well, we at least got the one load. I have to go back for more. Okay, I think I gotta come this way around. From the look of things. Put it right on the driveway. We're going to take out the mailbox, I think. That's still space on the left. Good. Down the hill. This is for you, Gareth. What do you get for doing something for Gareth? Something for you. Find the rock. Find the rock. Ooh. It's okay, I didn't need any of it. All right, back to the garage. Yeah, maybe I should have just gone with my original plan of going up and over right here. Falling asleep or watch to the end tomorrow. Have fun. All right, Steve. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Appreciate you stopping in. See that earlier, Mike. Volume levels are fine. Appreciate it. The wall. Yeah, that is the bad thing about these double trailers. You're losing half of your load if you tip them over. Alright, let's grab the special, bring this back out of here, and we're going to delete that extra log there. Too far away to. No point in having that. Showing that. Alright. Let's see if I have just a medium logbook for this thing. It does not look like it. Log carrier middle. Oh, do. Not used this yet. No time like the present. It's weird that it's got the anchors on here. Hang on, guys. I'm just well, that's weird. Okay, what's the other one? Use log tape. That. Well, we'll have to see how this works out. Y'all are along for the ride with me on finding out how well this thing's going to work. We're going to go over and we're going to attempt to load it if it loads properly. How you doing, Chuck? Good, just woke up to get your day started. That'd be a pretty late start in the day for me. Usually up at 5 a.m. And get to the shop. I'm there about an hour early. Start work at 7. Get done at 4. Yours is a night shift like. Yep. How just these. Pushable trees right here. Sam's going through another growth spurt. He's sleeping a little more lately than what he normally does. He's getting ready to gain a little more size to him. All right. Well, that looks like a lot safer way to transport logs. Let's take care of this tire real quick. There we go. Hey, David, welcome in. Welcome in, David. This is the first time I watched any of the World of Tanks. I tried to play the mobile version of it on my phone before, and it didn't work out real well, so I never really got into it. But that was pretty cool watching you guys. My nephew does he does a lot of remix videos where he puts music to other people's videos, and he's done a few of them with World of Tanks. Check. I'm not sure if that thing's empty or not. I think it is. Oh, did I hit the wrong button? Definitely, yeah. Completely. I should just drag it with me so I can get it sold back. Although we know how dangerous dragging scout trailers with a winch can be. also watch Lola Trains. Just try to get as many verbal checks as possible. We have good games. Company makes it easier. Could not get frustrated. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like playing this, before I started streaming and even just doing the regular videos, before I even started doing videos, I would get things like earlier when I lost my load of lost half my load of logs, which was making me so mad. Now it's like I can laugh at it, joke about it. It's more relaxing. Destroy your suspension and tire section. See what we got for the background. Looking for a good spot to do my thumbnail. That looks about as good as any. Too sunny for you today. Got comments about how red I looked. Made video of today's outside ramble. Hey, that's all right. There we go. One of those will be it. Try to get something for a custom thumbnail every time now that I figured out how to do it, as opposed to letting YouTube pick it. Sometimes YouTube doesn't pick really nicely. Brought a mic in case you do more because it was a bit windy. Yeah, the wind can as it's blowing across the mic, can make it a little hard to understand sometimes. Yeah, you know, having your logs packed in like this makes you a little less nervous about losing them. This trailer over here. We'll get these medium logs delivered. Wait for the sun to set. Spots until you suspect you need your tires. Yeah, made it through there. Actually being where it's at. Instead of coming up here, I should have just came this way. That would have put me right at the driveway. I had the right idea going around here. I just went up to the wrong spot. This is close, cost me a load of luck. That's kind of nice though, as two clips come together like that. That would have been the flag. Oh, man, right up to the window. Never touched the house. cargo management. One available. All right, 2 out of 2 delivered. It still says I have one available. Well, that's weird. It's just really strange that shows that I have one available still. But anyhow, that's where we're going to call it for tonight, guys. Again, I thank you for watching. If you like what you see, hit that like button. If you really like what you see, feel free to share, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so that you will know when I go live. And until then, we will see you next time.